marked out the boundaries of Uganda in 2025, that they would be this big.
Yes.
But he didn't just mark out that. He marked you out to be in Uganda.
As myself.
Yeah, as yourself.
As an individual.
As an individual. And, he even marked out your hairs. So that's how much he cares.
Yes.
And knows where you are placed.
Yes.
You're not alone in this. It's not like you're here by mistake and, you're trying to play catch up and, trying to compare with other people, trying to live life and, try to run around in this, vacuum. You're not in a vacuum. There is God up in heaven who has placed you here. And, for Christians, we know that he has even saved us, bought us with his blood, and we are his special people.
Hi and welcome to the Benny Talk once again today. I'm very excited because you are watching. Thank you so much for sparing your time. And thank you very, very much for tuning in always to watch the Benny Talk podcast. If it's your very first time, thank you so much. And if you've always watched us, thank you also for coming and for being here again today. Yeah, so today I have a very amazing person, very passionate about the youth and people in general, right? Jacob, you're very welcome to the Benny Talk.
Yeah, thank you, Benit.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're going to tell us a little bit about yourself. I know you're very passionate about the young people, but there's a lot more that we need to know about you, right?
Okay.
Yes. Welcome. Thank you for accepting the invitation, meanwhile.
Thanks, Benit. Thanks, Benit. Yeah, my wife sent regards.
Oh, yes.
I'm Jacob Behangana.
Hi, wife.
Yeah, I'm Jacob Behangana, a trader, a commodities trader.
Okay.
And I'm married to John Nantesa Behangana. We have one kid who is 1 year and 9 months.
Okay.
Atamba Jet Levi.
Levi. That's interesting. Greetings to the family. If you're watching, hello, Levi. Hello, wife.
I wouldn't expect him to watch this, but okay. He's a baby.
Oh, okay. He'll be watching with the mom anyway. Okay. So thank you so much for coming to the Benny Talk. So there's a weird thing that happened to me some time back. I was really struggling with unemployment. I had applied to 100 or 200 places.
I can relate.
And I didn't get any responses. So this particular day, I was really annoyed. I picked my laptop and I wrote an email to an organization where I already applied before and I didn't get any feedback. I think I'd applied there like 5 times or some different positions, and I don't get any feedback. So this time around, I write an email and I'm like, how do you expect us to get jobs? I just graduated, I just, got my bachelor's degree. That's all I know. How do you expect us to get jobs? So the email basically was like a kind of complaint. They don't know me. I'm like, you always ask for 5 years experience. How do I get that kind of experience? Why don't you pick me? Anyway, I can do anything. I never get it. So it was really interesting, but that was from a point of desperation, and I'm really sure that someone is there right now. So what do you think about unemployment in Uganda?
Yeah. Unemployment is really a problem in the nation.
Okay.
But I want to speak to the unemployed person right now, because if we go to the macroeconomics and all that, it won't help. It will be, I will sound like another politician. So I want to speak to the unemployed person right now that is watching us. I want to say that it's okay that you're unemployed.
How is it okay? You're not struggling.
By saying it's okay, I'm not saying that it's go celebrate. I'm saying that the problem is bigger than you.
Okay.
You're not at fault as much as you're not at fault when it shines today or it rains tomorrow. So it's every year we listen to unemployment numbers and the statistics say we have an employment youth rate of 4%, and
Imagine.
and it looks like 96% are employed.
That means I'm the. Why am I not part
Yeah,
of the
yeah,
96%?
you are the problem. But yeah, it's not really. You look at the way they count, and you look at their statistics, and they are flawed. Because if I spent 3 years looking for a job, immediately I'm already removed from the list of unemployed. If I've been
That's crazy.
I've been looking for a job, but then I've stopped for some reason. I just graduated last year, but I'm looking. I tried searching, but then I stopped searching, and then I have something that is in the mix. Maybe I have a sick parent or whatever.
Yes.
Immediately, I'm removed from the list of the unemployed. If I'm in the village, and I wake up in the morning and go to the gardens, and I'm a graduate, but after graduating, I went back to my parents' place, and I wake up and go to the garden and dig. I'm already off the list of the unemployed. So the way the numbers are counted,
Yes.
anyone could literally. In fact, I'm surprised you even have the 4%. I'm surprised you have the 4%, because I think the 4% are the ones who graduated yesterday. Yeah, so
And people are graduating every day.
yeah, and they're graduating every
Every
day, and and they're unemployed, and
Yes.
it's a really pandemic,
Yeah.
and it's a real problem in our country. It
Yes.
looks like it's not stopping, but I've tried to look at it, think about it, and see how the cultural pressure that comes with it. I've been there. I've been unemployed. Let me see. I've been more passionate about entrepreneurship. In fact, when I graduated, I started. I had like a business, trying to package bushera. That's a soft drink.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I tried. My dad bought me a townes, and I tried here and there, but it failed.
Yes.
And yeah, I sat home when that failed. I sat home for a few years, like 5 years.
That's not a few years.
Yeah,
Those are many years.
yeah, those are many years. We wake up every morning, and and the problem with unemployment, especially for the young people,
Yes.
you don't have the social capital, you don't have the connections. Yeah, you feel like you are alone in this world. I mean, if you were once employed and you're unemployed right now, it's one thing that you feel like you have former workmates, you have adult colleagues that you can call on and ask, guys, can I have something? But then when you're alone and you've never worked a day in your life, you don't have the smarts. You feel like you're inexperienced, and you feel like the world is ending. But I'm just trying to say that it's you okay. It's a general problem. The problem is bigger than you. The problem is a national issue. The problem is a continental issue.
Yes.
We are spinning out lots of graduates, and not that much jobs, and so it's okay that in the first place that you're in that place, and that you're unemployed.
Okay.
I mean, you staying at your parents' place isn't helping the problem. You're waking up, you're looking at your parents. They have their own issues. Some are filled with debt, others are paying the rent, and you feel like you're not a net contributor. You are an adult, but not a contributor. You're maybe 25, you're 26, you're 20, whatever, and you feel like, how do I deal with this? And you hate your life, you hate yourself, and but I'm saying it's okay. I think usually the movies we watch are a little bit confusing.
Very.
I would like to ask you, what would you think is the age that people in the West leave their parents' place?
18.
Yeah, I thought that too. It looks like at 18 they are working at this. They are delivering food, and putting waiting tables, and they can put together some money to rent out a place, and you will be surprised. People in big cities, let's say London, cities of the sort, are leaving their parents' place at 29.
Wow.
The whites,
that's
the ones that look like they are in a better
they're doing
economy.
well.
And,
Yes.
at 29 in Uganda, if you're at your parents' place, you feel like committing suicide. You feel like no way, I don't understand whatever is happening. You don't really have a problem.
Yes.
There is nothing against your life. There is nothing. There is no problem about your life. The country has unemployment issues. We have, people leaving homes late, and it's really a problem. It's a problem, but it's not a personal problem.
So it is okay.
Yeah, you're okay.
Well, that's refreshing.
Yeah.
But now that it's okay,
Mm.
what do I do where I am? It's okay. Like you said, yeah, it's okay. I understand I'm not alone. We are so many in this situation. But what do I do then? Because the pressure is really high. The society's pressure is high. And my colleagues are doing well. According to me, I think they're doing well. They are working in big organizations. Others are they even got scholarships and they're doing maybe some even are doing PhD, right?
Colleagues, yeah.
Yeah, all right. And there are also others that I just imagine, I think that girl is doing well because she was doing well. And for me, I'm still right here, struggling, unemployed, at my parents' home. I don't know. And yet my parents are also expecting me to do something for them. So what do I do now?
I think first of all, to begin with, I want to address, your colleagues that are doing well. Usually, the exceptions make news. So you have a colleague who moved to the United States, and he's having a good job. He's 26, he's 28, he's 27.
It's a perfect example.
Yeah, and it looks like, man. I'm the one who remained in Uganda. I'm the one who is doing terrible. He's the exception. You are the rule.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So if there is a colleague at your age who is driving a Subaru, Mercedes, or what, he's the exception. He's the exception, and the exception usually makes news. Unless it's alarming news, it's not news.
Yes.
That's why everyone is speaking about that guy with the Subaru.
Yeah,
everyone
right.
is speaking about.
But no one is talking about my fellow who is in the
same
situation with me.
Exactly the same situation.
True.
Yeah.
Yes.
So the news will come running about this one person who is doing exceptionally, and and it happens all the time. It doesn't never care about the age. Or the people that we know that are in the United States and whatever, we will always hear about the Elon Musks.
Yes.
We'll be like, Americans are really rich,
Yeah.
dollars and whatever. But I will speak about, because today's theme is not so much about who they are. There's other people, about you as a person dealing with unemployment. I think I will speak about you, and that's that you have a lot of time and a lot less to lose.
And I still have energy meanwhile.
Yeah, you really do have.
Because I haven't worked yet. So I have all the energy that I would use to.
So it's okay that you're in that place, but now that you have the time, what can you do with the time? And I think it's a time. It's a very good chance. You're in your 20s and you're not married. You have no kids. You have nothing.
Yes.
It's a chance to try out a lot of new things.
Okay.
And you could try out. You could try out a business. You could try out new paths. Go and study something. As you said, those friends of yours that are studying. Yeah, that's very good. You're unemployed, but then you have ability to study something. Go and study that thing. Don't sit around, don't do nothing.
Okay.
Try out a new skill, refine who you are, work on your character,
Yes.
build those friendships. One of the things you will learn with employment is that you really, really have very little time to deal with friends, because the boss wants you 9 to 5, 9. Some go 9 to 9. I don't know. And you will never find time to catch up with friends, build those deep relationships, and the relationships that you build in such a moment are really relationships that last, relationships that go on to profit you. True. And so build those friendships, build those those endeavors. You'll never know what if this small project you're working on, maybe it's you're working on TikTok videos, or you're playing around with AI. Never know what could come out of this. But then, okay, let's imagine all that you're going to try out in these years of unemployment or underemployment. Really, it's going to all fail. well, you know, you won't regret it.
Yeah.
Usually the regrets we have are of the things that we did and that we never did.
Yes.
You know, you're like, I
I wish
wish,
I
you know,
tried.
5 years ago, I wish I had worked on this. I knew that it was a good thing and I had time. But then rarely will we say, I wish I had not worked on that thing. It took my time. No, you have the time. So please invest in that, work on that. You know,
Yeah.
it's a small project. It's something that you can work out in your community. It's a community endeavor, social endeavor. You know, check it out. Look at what can you do with yourself in that situation with all the time that you have, and you know,
And
with
energy.
very little to lose. Right now, if I try to start out in life, if I started a business today or started out something, maybe it's not a business, maybe it's a small endeavor in the community. My wife is demanding, my son is demanding, rent is demanding, and all this. Luckily, if you're still staying at your place, the parents' place, then rent is not demanding.
Yeah. True.
If you're not married, then you're
On
alone.
your
You
own.
know, you're on your
Yes.
own. You need command,
That's
and,
true.
and the day is gone. So
One day is enough.
yeah, you could work on a skill. You could
Yes.
work on yourself in this moment because you have a lot less to lose and a lot of time to, you know,
True.
work on, you know, a lot of these things. And so, you know, going to try out those new ventures, try out, you know, venture into a lot of other things.
So what do we tell this person? Okay, let's assume I have done all that. I've been unemployed. I've tried that. I've even learned driving, you know. I have even done TikTok videos. I've done all that. Oh my God, I've done a lot of things during this moment, but nothing is changing. I'm still the same. Like there's no progress with me. It's like I'm still stuck. And yet I've tried that. Meanwhile, all the things that I've tried have failed.
Yeah. No, and I understand that dilemma. I wish I could say otherwise. I wish I could say no. One thing will really come out right. So you know, yeah. No, I think life is progress. At least what I have learned with progress in life, it's a little bit different from what we have in school. You know, someone said, "Bino bidalam, bidalam," and what we mean is that, you know, it's different from, you know, school progress. So yeah, you know, 2012 I was in senior one, 2013 I have to be in senior two,
yes.
2014 I have to be in senior three, and you know,
Yeah.
it continues to first year, second year,
Actually,
third year.
my life was planned.
Yeah,
I knew I would
yeah.
finish senior six
Yeah,
year, and
yeah,
then
yeah.
this year we'll be doing. Oh my God,
Yeah.
that was so smooth. A long time
Yeah.
ago.
In fact, you even have something to do in that year of vacation before
Yeah, yes.
you're like, yeah, I should work on this, and you know, and yeah, somehow I don't know whether it's the education system. I don't know whether it's because those early years of our life we are being programmed differently, but it's not helping.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, life isn't, you know, that straight.
It's not.
I've seen years that have gone on and on and on, like 3 years. You're working on something and there is no progress, and then in the fourth year, something totally looking like it's unrelated comes in the way, and you know, you see a lot of progress in that 1 year, and then you build on the 3 years. These 3 years are giving you a lot of capital that, you know, you would not have had you not lived these 3 years. But then, you know, this fourth year, it's only because you live these 3 years that you see a lot of progress in the fourth year.
I agree.
And then in life you will be like, you know, this year I feel like I didn't achieve anything. But guess what? I didn't achieve anything, you know. But then it's this year that, you know, your wealth has increased, and yet the other 3 years that, you know, you seemed like you are achieving things, nothing was increasing. So you look back and look forward, and it doesn't really make sense. It's not like as progressive as, you know, school was. It's not like, you know, this year I have this much, so that means next year I will have this much. This year I've saved this much, that means no, you could save this year, and then next year, and then next year, and then nothing comes out of it. And then in the third year you really have your savings. And then this year you're really writing lots of applications and everything in vain.
like me.
Yeah, 2 years, 3 years, you're writing applications, making calls, and asking everyone you meet on the way if you have a job. I will do the list of jobs and all this, and then all of a sudden, in the other year, someone makes a call out of nowhere.
Yeah, true.
Come on, you applied with us 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are keeping
Imagine.
applications from 2 years ago.
Yeah. Or even a random person, a different person. I heard
Yeah.
that you were looking for a job.
Yeah.
You send you send an email here.
I know.
What?
Yeah, I know.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's the least I expected.
Yeah. So, so life is a lot different from what we are used to in school.
Yes.
That career line. I think life is more like a puzzle. I wish I have broken this puzzle and I can literally give you all the facts.
All the wisdom.
Yeah, here's how you break this puzzle. And then this is the right thing to do, and you will have it all figured out. No, don't.
Yeah.
Life is this puzzle that I'm trying to also figure out, and it doesn't really come out, and I may die trying to figure it out.
I know, right? I think no one has ever figured it out.
Yeah, and a life, a year with a lot of money is a year that sometimes that you have nowhere to spend it, and with luck, total luck, is a year where you have all the time, you know where to spend it. Yeah.
There's a guy who advised a friend. The friend was single, young, strong, and he had a really good job. The guy was doing so well, and then at some point he had an older friend who was also okay. He didn't get time to get married. It sounds weird. He never got time to get married. Very old, and he's living on his own. I don't know how he used to do it. And he told this younger guy, you know what? You're still young. Please go get married. Please, I beg you, get married. You see, for me, I have money, but it doesn't mean anything to me because I have no one to share the money with. I don't have a wife. I don't have a kid. So I'm just all by myself. Please go get married. And then so sometimes we might be fighting over these things, but then remember that these jobs make you so busy to even forget to get married.
Yeah.
But that guy, no.
I know. And yeah, and that takes me to my last point, that there is God in heaven who has placed you where you are in this exact situation. You are in a perfect place. You're not here by mistake, and that reminds me the words of Paul. Sorry. Yeah, I think that's Paul. That's sermon by Paul in Acts 17:26. And it says, "From one man he made all the nations, that they should inhabit the whole earth, and he marked out their appointed times in history and the boundaries of their lands." And so, what I'm trying to say is that God has created Uganda, and he marked out the boundaries of Uganda in 2025. That they would be this big.
Yes.
And the kind of people that would be in Uganda, the Baganda, Basoga, Banyakole, Bachika, Aluru, Lange, Akoli, and he marked it out. But he didn't just mark out that. He marked you out to be in Uganda.
As myself.
Yeah, as yourself.
As an individual.
As an individual. And he even marked out your hairs. So that's how much he cares and knows where you are placed.
Yes.
You're not alone in this. It's not like you're here by mistake, and you're trying to play catch up, and trying to compare with other people, trying to live life, and try to run around in this vacuum. You're not in a vacuum. There is God up in heaven who has placed you here. And for Christians, we know that he has even saved us, bought us with his blood, and we are his special people. Life is going to look like a lot of unprepared circumstances falling around. This is coming up, and it's falling on me, and then the other is coming up, and it's going to look like a lot of confusions, and you're going to be living almost like you're lucky to live. And there is this guy, it was a TikTok video. This guy was interviewing a very rich man, and this guy goes like, so what did you do? What would you say it's the one ingredient to be successful? So it's like, I think I'm lucky. And this guy is like, luck. Yeah, he's like, I hear a lot of people say you do this and do that, and but he's like, I've taken 1,000 left hands, because this guy was like 70, 68, 70 there. So he's like, I've taken 1,000 left hands and 2,000 right hands, and but that's why I'm here. But had I taken one left hand instead of a right hand, I would not be here. And so, because there is God in heaven, He's governing your footsteps. Not even the fact that you took a wrong turn, a turn that may look like a wrong turn, a decision that may look like a wrong decision, and I think that really does affect us. If you had, you made a mistake in your life, and the things are not working out right, you feel like, I wish I had not done this.
Yes.
Things would be different. And sometimes we feel like it's my fault. Had I gotten just this right,
I know, right?
I wouldn't be here.
Yes.
But God is governing your footsteps, and He's leading your life right and left, and all this life is so, unless it's God. You could try. You could listen to me. You could come to me and ask me, what's the ingredient to life, and I will tell you, do this. And I could even literally tell you what exactly I did at whatever point in my lifetime, and you will do exactly it, and you will even be smarter than me, and you will not be where I am. And I will listen to someone old, and he will tell me the same things, and I won't be, someone who ventured into cryptocurrencies in 2008. Right now, he's really rich. But then venture into cryptocurrencies right now, and you see the poverty that may come upon your life. I don't know. I'm not good. I don't know what you like. So what I'm trying to say is that there is God up in heaven, and He's governing your life.
Yes.
You're unemployed, but He cares for you,
Yes.
within even that unemployment, not despite the unemployment, but He cares for you during that unemployment. And He has blessed you in this place, at this time, in this exact moment, in this year 2025. And can I say that, can you move? Yes, if God wants you to move, He will create opportunities for you to move.
Yes.
If He wants you to stay, He will create opportunities for you to stay. He will, if He wants you to move, even if you hate it, He will push you to move. He knows you better than I do.
Yes.
And He's up in heaven, reigning over our lives, taking care of our every day.
Yes.
And so, does it mean that you're going to keep enjoying it, because you know that you enjoying the unemployment and the unemployment, because you know that God is up in the heavens ruling? No. Sometimes you're not going to enjoy it. Sometimes you're going to hate yourself.
You're going to be
and
hurt.
you're going to cry out to God.
Yes.
There are those moments where you have to cry out to God, and that's when He's going to move to change your life. And there are times where you're going to cry out to God and get that comfort, and there are times where you're going to cry out to God, and He's going to show you how to best live in that place, how to flourish in that place, how to see how to see your purpose in that moment, and time and place. And so I want to say, with this, that remember that you're in this place, not because you're an anomaly, that you're unemployed right now, but you're in this place. God is up in the heaven, reigning, and He has placed you in Uganda. You could have been born in the US. There is nothing, there is nothing special about those born in the US, but God placed you in Uganda, and He knows why you're here. You can cry, you can work, you can do everything, but then remember, there is God in control, and He controls even the success. When he makes some successful who are not really smart, who are not really great, and he lets us fail even when we are really, really smart, when we are really,
True. Wow, this is amazing. And there's also one thing that's helping me recently. I have a small book. I am calling it the gratitude book. Very, very small. So not a book, a notebook.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So that book, I'm actually using it. I noticed that I used to complain a lot. I'm not doing well. Things are not working. So that notebook is helping me every day. I have to write at least 3 things for which I'm grateful. So, and I don't just write that, you know what, today I'm grateful for, let's say, for God's provision. Yes, God is providing. He's really providing every day. But now I'm trying to break down, God, I thank you that I was able to jump on that boda and I reached the studio. Thank you for George, who is behind the cameras. Thank you for, like, I'm grateful that, Jacob made it, right? I'm grateful that I can talk. Like, there are these things that we keep taking for granted. It's not just that because I don't have a job now that I have to complain every day. There are these still so many things that we can be grateful for. So thank you so much for coming. I'm grateful that you made it. And I'm also grateful that you are watching, right? Thank you for sparing your time. Thank you for watching from beginning to the end of the podcast. Thank you so much, and I really hope to see you in the next video. Bye.